Catecore is making millions per month just printing AI faceless content pretty much for free. And for someone who's worked in paid advertising to cold traffic for a long time, millions and millions of impressions for free, no one's going to turn that down. All right, guys. So let's just preview what this content actually looks like. So this is Catecore's content, right? They're in a channel called Stassi Reed. They have tons of these influencer, accounts that post AI faceless content. And if we go over to Callow data, we can see that these guys are pulling 1.7 million per month. And this is on TikTok alone, but they also use this Amazon strategy. So if we go to the top here, we go to Stassi Reed, you can see that is Catecore supplement, right? And they've got all this branding. All right, guys, so this is Catecore. They're doing multiple millions per month. This is on TikTok, of course, but they've also running Amazon. So you can see on Amazon, they're running here, and Stassi Reed links to Amazon here. And basically, this channel is getting millions and millions of impressions. Every video they post gets multiple thousand views. We got this one 30K, 25K, 31K, 194K, 400K, 60K, 100K, with the goal of this going viral. But obviously there's people who watch this. Look at this one, 3.3 million, crazy. They're driving tons of traffic to this Amazon page absolutely for free. The algorithm is just pushing it. All this content was actually created with AI. Look at these. All AI. This screams AI to me. This just looks fake. Let's break down these videos and see how you can make them and how you can do this for your own brand. So let's watch. So right off rip, they use a Black woman and a Korean man. I guess they understand their demographics really well. This is like an archetype of avatar that's watching this content that does really well. So let's take a look at this format. It's a slideshow format. So we start with one picture, we have another picture, so on and so forth. This is a pretty common faceless format on TikTok. But as you can see, it's working well on YouTube as well as Instagram. This also works. That's the original way I found this as well. I'm just going to mute this. One night he revealed he hadn't loved me. They've got this big story. They lead you in. I went all in on me, photography, chasing my dreams. Cool. Now what? Tried everything, yoga, meditation, then found N80+. See, they just slipped in the product right there. And so this one got like millions and millions of views. There's no way that this is not converting. This is converting hundreds of thousands of dollars easily. Am I the only one who thinks this is some people... I can't believe I almost fell for an ad. Even though they have these comments in here, people are for this. Don't give that man a second thought. See, we have these for real comments as well. And people all think this is real. I think it's crazy. This strategy is something I'm calling the slideshow strategy, right? It's very easy to make all this content, pump it onto social media, and then link to your product on Amazon or in TikTok. On TikTok, it's a little bit more like creators and affiliates. As you may know, we got these affiliates doing this. These people like Nature Salad 97. Let's see. Maybe this creator is doing something interesting. Let's take a look. It's just this guide who she just posts about this stuff. Interesting. They have a lot of faceless content that they push, and it gets a lot of sales. It's pretty crazy. So TikTok Shop slideshows. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't even know this existed. See, their revenue is 20K for Catecore, 2.4K for vitamins. So you can literally generate revenue just with slideshows. Isn't that crazy? I didn't even know this was a thing until I went deep on this. It looks like they just make all these affiliate videos. Look at this. They just mass post this stuff. And even though they're doing real content here, this does work with slideshows as well, guys. You don't need to have like real content always. Like, for example, this video that Stassi Reed posted, this would go crazy. This probably converted tons of people, made tens of thousands of dollars, if not more. Here's the whole strategy. So they've got that Stassi Reed account, but they don't just run one account. They run many accounts. So take a look at this. We got Darcy Hills, 100 videos. We've got Emily in New York, 149 videos. And this one popped off kind of...
I can see, I truly understood what exhaustion feels like.
Okay. This is Johnny Beauty. We've got a lot of weird videos here. All right, so this is Johnny Beauty. They released almost 600 videos. And that's a lot, right? So The volume needed to actually execute this strategy is immense. You need at least 1,000 videos minimum just to test all the angles, test all the avatars. We can see that the doctor angle is just like not working. And the more like native it feels, the better. So let's break into some of the tools that could actually be used to use this, right? So one of the tools is SlideShowy. So this is a tool, AI content that gets apps installs, booked calls, product sales, yada, 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 slideshows, right, for brands. It's pretty cool. So if we check out this app, slideshows, right, and you can insert your hook. Let's take a look. So base create a product. We would create a product like Catacore, right? Or we could say story about a woman who wasn't good enough for her future husband, so she started using supplements, right? So you put in a prompt here, and then it's going to generate you a slideshow. So this is how the brands like this are making like these slideshows, right? We can obviously add slides here and change the photos, right? I would obviously make this photo like for something a little more on point, unhappy couple, right? And then we're searching Pinterest for the photos. You get the point, right? You can put this together, export it just to make it more on brand. And then you'd obviously put your photo of your product in, and we'll just generate the slideshow, and then we'll have our video, right? There's a couple other tools as well. You can check out Real Farm. Real Farm is also very similar. This is a really good one as well. Basically, you want to create a lot of slideshows in order to launch all of these content so that you can actually go viral, right? Because you need a lot of content. It's just kind of a volume game, unfortunately. You can put a lot of effort into video, but it's just better to make thousands and thousands of videos. If you make 1,000 videos, think about it this way. If you make 1,000 videos and you get 1,000 views per video, that's 1,000,000 views. And if you can't convert in 0.5% of that audience, you're going to be making so much money, okay? This is at a core strategy, the viral slideshow strategy, as it's called. Really cool stuff. I've shown this to a bunch of people. How do I do this for my own business, right? So if you have any questions on how to do this for your business, drop a comment, send me a message, can help you out. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys some sauce on this stuff. I see this brand going crazy, and it's just a strategy I don't see a lot of brands implementing. And I think everyone's going to start implementing this AI content in the future. So this is one of the ways you can actually use AI to blow up your business. Hope you learned something. See you in the next video.